the cameras. Now, like I mentioned, we both have dual camera setups on the back, but a different setup. You have on the iPhone 10, you have a wide angle lens and a telephoto lens. With the iPhone 13, you have a wide and an ultra wide sensor. Now, you have the 4K at 60 on the back, but you only have 1080p on the front of the iPhone 10. We actually have 4K at 60 on the front of the iPhone 13, so there's definitely a big difference there. Now, in terms of the camera UI on both, you're pretty much getting the same thing like I've been mentioning on basically all iPhones. You can see we have portrait mode, video mode, and all that stuff, but the iPhone 13 does now have this cinematic mode, which the iPhone 10 doesn't have, and it will never get. It's essentially, portrait mode on video, and I think it looks really good. I think this is probably one of the key features of the iPhone 13 because it is the main feature that the iPhone 13 was highlighted with, and I think it's a cool feature without a doubt. Now with the iPhone 10's camera, I'm a huge fan of it. I think it looks pretty good, and I've like few complaints with it overall. I think it's a good sensor. Is it perfect? Not really, and it is quite a bit blurrier than I thought it was, just a few years ago. But I will tell you, it's good. I think it'll get the job done. I think the thing that limits though is probably that telephoto lens. I wish it was an ultra wide sensor. That would make things look a lot better. But you still have things like portrait mode and video mode and stuff like that. Obviously video mode, but I still think it's a pretty good camera. But without a doubt, the iPhone 13 is probably the better camera here. I mean, this is a solid camera. This is one of the best cameras out right now. The 13 Pro is probably the better one. But you have that ultra-wide sensor, which is something I loved on this phone. You have the ability of zooming out a lot, which, like I mentioned before, it doesn't come on the iPhone 10. So I think that's definitely a huge key point of the iPhone 10 or iPhone 13, and definitely one of the main benefits of the camera.